Hundreds of demonstrators poured into the streets of Baghdad on Friday, delivering a message that underscored the deep contradictions shaping the Middle East. Gathered outside the Iranian embassy, protesters burned U.S. and Israeli flags, chanted anti-American slogans, and held aloft posters of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. It was a striking scene, not least because Iraq is one of Washington's key allies in the region, home to U.S. troops and heavily reliant on American security and diplomatic support. Yet here, in the heart of Baghdad, crowds openly voiced support for Iran, a rival of President Donald Trump and one of the United States' most persistent adversaries. Amir al-Musawi, one of the organizers, said the demonstration was meant to show solidarity with the Islamic Republic as tensions with Washington remain high. The choice of venue was deliberate. The Iranian embassy, a powerful symbol of regional resistance to U.S. influence.
From in front of the Iranian embassy in Baghdad, we declare our full solidarity. The Iraqi people stand firmly with the Iranian people. We highlight the common interests and the shared ideological dimensions that bind these two nations, the Iranian and Iraqi peoples, and we make it clear to the entire world that any targeting of the Islamic Republic is in fact a direct targeting of all Muslims. And it is a readiness in and of itself for every Muslim to stand with their brethren in the Islamic Republic of Iran to defend them, their vital interests, and their very existence. This targeting by the Zionist entity or by Netanyahu is nothing but a dire omen for all Arabs and for all of Islam.
From here, we declare our full solidarity with the Islamic Republic, and we firmly reject any brutal aggression from the great Satan and global arrogance against the Islamic Republic, because our enemy is indeed a common enemy. And by God, we will not abandon our battlefields, nor will we abandon our weapons, nor will we surrender them except to the Master of Time.
The rally comes against the backdrop of deadly unrest inside Iran itself. Protests that erupted on December 28th over economic hardship, soaring prices, unemployment, and a collapsing currency quickly evolved into direct challenges to Iran's theocratic system. The state responded with force. According to some estimates, the death toll from the crackdown has reached 20,000 and continues to rise. President Trump previously pledged that help is on its way to Iranian protesters, fueling fears of U.S. retaliation or escalation. Those fears have since eased, as protests inside Iran appear to have slowed and immediate American action has not materialized. But the images from Baghdad tell a deeper story. Even in a country closely aligned with Washington, public support for Tehran remains visible, highlighting the fragile balance Iraq must maintain between its powerful neighbor, Iran, and its strategic partner, the United States. In a region shaped by rival powers and shifting loyalties, the battle for influence is playing out not just in capitals, but on the streets. What is unfolding in Iran is no longer just a domestic crackdown. It is now becoming a regional operation. Iran International reports, citing informed sources, that Tehran is now using Iranian-backed Iraqi militias to help crush nationwide protests inside Iran. According to the report, Iraqi Shiite militias began recruiting fighters 4 days ago to assist Iran's security forces in suppressing demonstrations. So far, around 800 Iraqi militiamen have reportedly been deployed, most of them from Kataib Hezbollah, Harakat al-Nujaba, Sayed al-Shuhada, and the Badr organization. Sources say Iraqi government officials are aware of the mobilization and transfer of these forces to Iran. The fighters are allegedly entering through the Shalamcha, Chazabeh, and Khosravi border crossings under the cover of so-called pilgrimage trips to the holy shrine of Imam Reza in Mashhad. In practice, the militiamen are said to gather at a base linked to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei in Avaz, before being dispatched to multiple regions to take part in the violent suppression of protests. Meanwhile, unrest continues on the streets. Security forces fired tear gas at demonstrators in Tehran's historic bazaar on Tuesday, as protests over the rising cost of living spread across the country. An NGO says more than 20 people have been killed so far in the crackdown, marking the most significant unrest Iran has seen in 3 years. Amid the turmoil, Iran's exiled crown prince, Reza Pahlavi, has issued his first public call to action. In a message released during the protests, Pahlavi urged Iranians to chant in unison on Thursday and Friday, January 8th and 9th, starting precisely at 8 p.m., whether in the streets or from their homes. He said further calls to action would depend on the public response. Iran's Fars news agency reported sporadic gatherings around the Tehran bazaar during an afternoon shutdown, with police dispersing protesters who then scattered into nearby alleyways. Verified social media footage shows protesters chanting slogans such as "Pahlavi will return" and "Syed Ali will be overthrown," referencing the 1979 revolution and Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. While the demonstrations have not yet matched the scale of the 2009 protests or the 2022 to 2023 movement, they present a fresh challenge for Iran's leadership. The unrest comes amid a worsening economic crisis and in the aftermath of a 12-day war against Israel in June. Iran's government has announced modest monthly payments to ease economic pressure, but the head of the judiciary has warned there will be no leniency for what he calls rioters.
واقعا نمیتونستن. خیلی ضعیف شده بازار ما پارسال این موقع خیلی اصلا مغازمون خیلی شلوغ‌تر از این بود. امسال واقعا اصلا یه ساعتی یه مشتری نمیاد مغازه. اوضاع اصلا خیلی از الان بگم یعنی خوب نیستش واقعیتش. هر روز مشتری‌ها میان واقعیتش این چیزی که میخوام بخرن میگه دیگه نمیخرن، اونایی که اساسی کالای اساسی اونا رو میخرن دیگه. نمیتونن مثلا برای یه کالای دیگه بخرن، مثلا یه چیزی آب میوه میخوردن، آب میوه شده 250,000 تومان، مثلا 120 تومان شده 250 دیگه اونو نمیخره. یه چیز دیگه اصلا اون کلا نمیره، مثلا یه شیر میخره، یه تخمه میخره، یه نونشو میخره دیگه میره همین.
یه لیتر روغن که 79 تومان بوده شده 185 تومان و بقیه اجناس هم به همین ترتیب که خودشون اعلام کردن تا هفته آینده بین 50% تا 100% گرون میشه. همراه با گرونی اینا الباقی خدمات در کشور هم میره بالا، یعنی تمام تحریف پیدا میکنه به همه نیازهای مردم.
Pezeshkian has promised reforms to stabilize Iran's monetary and banking systems and protect purchasing power.
کاری که الان ما کردیم، ما یارانه ها رو حذف نکردیم. ما یارانه ها رو به اصطلاح به حساب همه افراد جامعه واریز کردیم. ما مصممیم همه مسیرهایی که به رانت و رشوه و این مسائل منجر میشه قطع کنیم.
The government has also announced a subsidy overhaul, replacing preferential exchange rates for importers with direct cash transfers to citizens, set to take effect on January 10th. As foreign militias, economic anger, and political dissent converge, Iran's leadership now faces a deepening crisis, both at home and across its borders.